Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a very long winter, but I am finally arrived at the promised land. Little break in the weather, just warm enough that I can get in there. The gravel's soft and the water's low, surprisingly. I thought it'd be a lot higher. We had some flooding going on, but it cooled back down. But unfortunately, it brought more snow. This is the third spot I tried to get to. The other two were a flop. So I've gotten gold here before, just not as much as I'd like. Usually I get it further upstream. And the parking's a little difficult. I don't know if I'm stuck up on the road up there. I'm actually in the snowbank. Gotta do what's necessary to make it happen, right? But finally, after I can test out all my 3D printing stuff I've been working on for the last few months. And this will be a good spot. I got my, I don't know what the hell this shovel is. But one thing I found with the Swash Box, the wider shovel was more of a pain to fill. This narrow one I think is going to work great. So let me get set up. Give you one last look around and then let's get to business. I am ready to start digging. I got about 3-4 hours here. Let's see if we can get some gold. Before I start unpacking, I wanted to show, I picked up one of these bins at either Home Depot or, actually I think that's Walmart. I tell you, if you're going to bring a sled or a cart or whatever you're using, pick up one of these things. I have my gold box in there, a 2-foot sluice. I'd actually get this 4-footer in here if I could cut it in half, which I'm going to do eventually, but there's so much stuff in there. Batteries, hoses, I mean, it's unbelievable. And if this tips over, I don't spill all my stuff out, or if it goes in the river, that should float. So, little tip of the day. I've been wanting to pick one up. I finally did. They're cheap. Way better to carry stuff in versus, I mean, I am kind of spread all over the place. It's just because I'm trying to get to film and do everything else out here. You really got to bring everything but the kitchen sink. So, let's set up. I probably should do a test pan, but I think right now I'm just going to run some material and see what happens. I know there's gold here, I'm just not sure where yet. So let's run some material. And the shovel's working great. About the same width as that. Yeah, tough digging. So it looks like that's cleaning out pretty good. I'll run a few more shovelfuls and then I'll do a quick test in the pan. See if I'm catching any. I mean, I barely scratched the surface on this, so just decided to do a couple shovelfuls in the pan. There is gold. It's small, but I'm barely down there. Those two pieces right there, two little specks. There might be a third one in here, but that's just a quick, like I said, just a few shovels. So there's definitely gold here, so I'm gonna keep going. Well, I got about 2 bucketfuls, almost 2 bucketfuls in there, so we'll check the contents. But just hitting a lot of big rocks down here. Pretty cool, huh? You can see any gold? A lot of garnet. Just testing out my little viewer. All right, let's do this. I'll pan this in real time. Just so you know, I took about I filled up a whole pan full of the tailings in there and just panned it out. There wasn't anything. So either there's nothing at all in this, or this thing caught all the gold, which I'm really hoping it did. Alright, hopefully you don't fall over. It's gonna ruin my camera. Hold on a second. Alright, should be able to see that pretty good. Let's see what we got. These do stick a little. Already seeing some gold. It's a good sign. I'll just do a speed pan and do a better one after. A lot of black sand and garnet. Slow going. I think I got a piece of lead. Green view? Yeah. Wow. There's actually a whole lot more gold in here than I thought. It's small, but I'm actually excited that I got the small stuff in here. I was feeding that a little aggressive. I didn't think I'd be capturing anything, or as much. I'm gonna have to repan this. Let me just give you a quick view, then I'll redo it a little better. This shows up. See it all? There's probably like 20-30 colors in there. Piece of lead. Let me clean it up a little better. And there you go. There's still a few more pieces in there, but not too bad. But the success of today is I just proved that my Swashbox and my Gold Gambler mats work. And really the whole point of this is I'm not out to sell stuff. Well, I am to a degree, but if you don't want to spend the money to buy expensive, products from established companies or just whatever. If you have a little ingenuity, a 3D printer, or a friend with a 3D printer, you can create your own prospecting equipment on the cheap. I don't know, the sluice itself was expensive. I forget what the price of that, way more than it's worth. That was kind of a rip-off. But as far as 3D printing stuff, I'm probably under 50 bucks worth of filament, and then the legs and everything else, testing. So, but like I say, you have no excuses. There's gold out there in your area. You can find it. You don't have to buy the expensive stuff. I keep proving it over and over and over again. It's imagination, a little ingenuity, a little tongue-tied, and then you get gold. That was actually a better result than I thought. Those are some really small pieces in there. I was worried I was blowing it out, but like I said, I had a heaping pile of tailings in there, panned it with nothing, and then I caught all that. I should have did one mat at a time to see how far it was coming down the sluice, but I know it works. That's all that matters. And I'm just gonna get back and I'll just keep digging. I don't want to turn this into a super long video, which I usually end up doing anyways, but just to show you the season has started. 2026 is here. For whatever reason, the water is a little low around my area, and it's producing the gold. God, it's so nice to be back. Probably only like 39, 40 degrees, but that's plenty. All right, I'm gonna get back to digging. Since there's gold here, I'm just gonna expand out a little more. Probably spend another hour, and then I'll show you the results of that, since I've already proven everything's working. All right, let's do it. And there's the total amount of gold for probably about the same amount of buckets I ran before. Pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. I got I'm gonna say about 12, 14 gallons of material out of there. It started going really slow as I got down these bigger rocks. I needed like a pry bar. But I tell you, if you're gonna use smaller sluices like this, smaller high bankers, this shovel, it fits perfect. I mean, look, it's the perfect width. Instead of going wide, because I tried the wider shovel on this and it sucked. This thing works, oh, it's mint. I don't know what those shovels are for. I think it's like an edging shovel. I just wish it had a 6-foot length. But yeah, it's catching all the gold. And also, I'm only using a 500-gallon pump. So this setup's working pretty good. The only drawback I'm finding is I'm just using like a simple lip right here to hold the mats in the sides. The sand's getting in there and making it a bear to pull apart, almost to the point of breaking. So I'm gonna have to work on that aspect of it. But as far as the design goes, the Gold Gambler mat, it's got all the full suit of cards. It works like a dream. It was funny though, I had that internal voice saying, you gotta classify, you can't just shovel boulders down there. But it worked. So yeah, I mean, multiple people have proven this. You don't have to classify if the equipment's working good. I personally like classifying. I like seeing all the cool shiny rocks and stuff like that. I mean, here's a piece. I just happened to spot this, but otherwise I would have went in the sluice. I would have never seen it. But a nice piece of blue glass. So that means that's old. But yeah, this place is just getting better and better. I haven't had this. I've hit the spot hard over the last like 4 or 5 years, and I pretty much gave up on it, but the gold's coming back down. So there you go. I want to tweak the design of those mats a little more before you see them on the site. If you're interested in buying the file to download and either you print them or give them to a friend to print. But it works, and again, I also prove a little, I mean, even if you don't have a 3D printer, if you're good with woodworking, you can make wooden mats. It's all in the design. It's not so much the materials per se. It's just coming up with that next good design. Once you understand how gold settles and how the water flows, and creating high points, low pressure points, you figure it out pretty easy. And like I said, it worked good. I enjoy this longer sluice. I just need to cut it down. It makes it hard to move around. But yeah, I like I mentioned in the video before, I think a thinner, longer sluice is the way to go. I mean, I could be wrong. People can prove me wrong, but I prove it takes less water. Like I said, 500 gallons and I can run this whole setup. Most high bankers, the bigger setups, need like 1,000 gallons just to get the material clean, and this thing's working with 500. So just show you around a little, and then I'm calling it quits. The sun's gone down over the mountains over there, and it's dropped about 8 degrees, and my feet are cold. The water's got to be just above freezing. But again, I'm super shocked that the water's low. Usually this time of year, water's flowing over here. Maybe it was, and the cold snap again just kind of slowed it back down, and then in a few weeks it's going to come back. But until next time, I got more spots to try. I'm definitely looking forward to some more nicer weather, but I'll take what we get. You can't be picky with New England weather, because before you know it, it's the season's over again. So get out there, get an early start, and start digging. With whatever you have. No excuses. No cold excuses. No equipment excuses. And make it fun. Try to come up with the next best design. You're not going to get rich finding gold, especially in the Northeast. So maybe you can have some fun and make some cash designing new products. So I will see you later. Bye.